And my friends, we gon' make a couple bands. Oh, they got me to the very end. We gon' keep on setting trends. We gon' touch a couple M's. I be turned up with my friends.
Welcome to Showtime Lake Oconee, where I will be shining a spotlight on local entrepreneurs, businesses, and people that are helping our communities thrive. My name is Deja Jones, and this is the very first episode of my series. Today, I am proud to bring to you Destiny Fleming, my cousin, CEO of Limitless Views Travel Agency. She is taking people all around the world, showing them different possibilities, new scenes, new environments, and really setting the vibe for all of her clients. So, let's dive in. So, Destiny, what inspired you to become a travel agent?
I was inspired. It was literally one day I woke up and I was like, dang, I really love to travel. And I'm like, I know that there's a way for me to really do this for other people. I've always been a planner in my life. My family relies on me to plan stuff, to put trips together, to plan events and stuff like that. So I was like, hey, what is the best way that I could do this?
So how did you get started in a travel agency?
I came across a lady out of Texas who had her own agency and she was doing trips and stuff, and I followed her for a while, and I actually took a trip for one of my friend's birthday back in 2023, and we used her as our travel agent. She posted a deal to Punta Cana. So we used her, and through that whole process she was also requesting if people wanted to sign up that they could do so under her, and I signed up, and it's been amazing ever since.
Can you tell us about your travel business and what services you offer?
Yes. So Limitless Views Travel is a all-inclusive, whether you want a cruise, whether you want a vacation, a girls trip, whatever you want, I'm here to help. No destination is too hard for me. If it's something that's new to me, I'll do the research and let you know that, hey, it'll take me a couple more days to, make sure that I have everything right for you. But I'm not afraid of whatever it is. I've done, group trips of 50 plus people. I've also even traveled with some of my clients. So, I really just do everything. I even do local trips, or if you are someone who wants to go to Vegas or Orlando or Miami, I've done those as well.
What sets Limitless Views apart from booking sites like Expedia, Booking.com, things like that?
That is so funny because I get every once in a while someone who is like, oh, well, I see it for this price on Expedia, or, well, what's the difference between you and, me doing it on Southwest Vacations? And honestly, the biggest part of it is my expertise and the personalized touch. So I make sure my clients are ready to travel as if it was me traveling, or if I was sending my mom or my siblings somewhere. So I cross all my T's, dot all my I's. I provide that personalized experience. And a lot of times when people are booking through Expedia sites, I've heard horror stories of people getting to the resort and they don't have a room. I don't do that. I do all of the extra preparation to make sure that your reservation is good to go. If you are someone who wants a private driver, I do the research to set that up for you. It's really just that personalized touch. And a lot of times, even my prices are cheaper than Expedia and stuff like that. And then those websites require you to pay in full sometimes, when on my end, we do a deposit.
I seen, was it one of the trips you hit 3 trucks for y'all?
Yes. So my line sisters and I are celebrating our 5th year Deltaversary this year. So we planned a trip to Cabo. That was one of the biggest trips. That was 35 plus women from literally everywhere across the country traveling to Cabo. Yes, I made sure that we had black trucks, vans, Sprinter vans, everything. We were good in Cabo.
It was real presidential.
Yes.
I love it. Do you specialize in specific types of vacations or anything like that?
So the most popular has been the Caribbean, obviously. So that could be an all-inclusive, that could be, an Airbnb in another country, or even a cruise. So those have been my most popular, but I've also sent people to places like Dubai. So really nothing is too big.
And you can see the Caribbean all over her, by the way. The vibe is real tropical.
Yes,
okay?
I love a good vacation. This is truly my life. I seriously plan these trips as if I was the one going,
right.
Or, whatever it may be, whether I need to decorate your room, I got you. I'll do what I can to figure out something, and whether we're learning together, I'm gonna make sure that, it's done right. I'm a Virgo, so I don't know if people are like into that. But Virgos are very particular and we get the job done.
You go above and beyond.
Yes.
Make that an experience.
Yes.
So how do you help clients narrow down a destination when they're indecisive of where to go?
Okay, so I have a inquiry form, and on the inquiry form, I ask, hey, are you doing like a vacation, a girls trip, et cetera, et cetera. But then when I take it a step further, if there's someone who's truly indecisive, and you know, I have some people who DM me on Instagram like, hey, do you think XYZ would be a good place to go for this? And I'm like, what vibe do you want? Do you want a chill vibe or do you want a party vibe? If you want a super lit vibe, I'm probably not gonna send you to Punta Cana. Unless you want to go to Punta Cana. Like Punta Cana is definitely, it could get lit, but for the most part, somewhere like Cabo or Cancun is more of a party destination than Punta Cana.
What is your process when somebody comes to you to plan a trip?
I do have inquiry forms, whether it be for a cruise or for just a regular vacation. And on that regular vacation one, I have if you want an all-inclusive, if you want a hotel and flight only, if you want a domestic trip, or if you want, you know, something international. I do have those options listed on the site. And then from there, I ask questions like, what's your budget? You know, what type of bedding do you want? Do you prefer flights that are nonstop and, you know, you're a person that doesn't really care the price? Or are you okay with having a short layover? You know, I ask all those questions just to understand what works best for them. And then, you know, even when it comes to clients who may be on the West Coast, so California, when they're going to certain destinations like Jamaica, sometimes they have to leave a night before because the flights don't line up. You know, they have to add that extra night in on the front end or the back end, one or the other. So I just go through all of those steps, figure out if they are strict on their dates, because some people are like, hey, I have a job where I can only get off for this 1 week, so I can only go this week. Other people are more flexible and like, I don't really care when I could go. It could be the month of August, it could be, you know, within this week's time frame, and I can provide them with more, you know, cost-efficient options based on their dates.
What has been your favorite client success story or trip like you've ever planned?
So my favorite success story is probably going to be my client out of New York. She first time back in maybe 2023. So I've been booking her for almost 2 years, if not over 2 years now. If I have the dates right in my mind. She came to me and I was doing promotions or, you know, like boosted ads. I was paying for ads when I first started out to get clients, and I don't know where she came from, but I had some stuff for the tri-state. So I was doing deals out of Philly, Jersey, and New York. And she came to me, we booked her a trip to, I believe, Jamaica. And ever since then, she has been back about 3 or 4 times. She's even planning a trip, or she planned a trip for her parents, and, you know, like gave them the gift of travel. So that is probably one of my favorite stories, just to have her as a returning client to the point where she's going out of the country for somebody else's birthday and they're booking through somebody else, and she's like, well, I don't want to book through them, so here's the dates, here's the hotel, can you do it for me? And I was like, of course, I got you. She was like, because I know with you, I'm good. If anything happens, I can call you, you communicate.
Right.
You're my trusted person. So I love her for that. She's one of my, I probably have like 3 or 4 returning clients who've come back multiple times, but she's definitely at the top of that list. Love her. She's, you know, always patient with me, and I'm patient with her, and we just work together and we click.
I love business relationships like that. Like the people that get it.
Yes.
Yes.
Like there are some that are few and far between. You
Right.
know, you have those clients who don't really understand sometimes, and you know, it's okay, you teach them, but she is, and a few of my other clients, they are really patient and they understand and they give grace, which I always give grace. And I overly communicate. I love when they overly communicate. Changes happen and stuff like that. So my thing is just let me know and we'll figure it out together. But yes, she trusts me and I'm grateful to have her business.
How do you handle unexpected circumstances like flight changes, cancellations, emergencies?
I keep a mental note and literally a physical note of when my clients are traveling. So I could be on vacation myself or out of town myself, or whether it be I'm just out eating crabs and my hands are dirty. I leave that phone on and it's in a place where I can hear it or feel it, and I'm like, okay, somebody's calling me, let me figure out what's going on. when those situations come about, I always tell my clients before they leave, I'm here for you. I'm your primary point of contact. If there's ever an issue, a delay, a cancellation, call and let me know so that one, I can rearrange everything else. So I've had clients who their flight was delayed or their flight got canceled one day and they have to fly the next day. I'm the one calling the hotel like, hey, they're not coming. They'll be there tomorrow. Can you just adjust the dates? When it comes to getting picked up from the airport, whether it's private transportation or shared one, if they get there and a name is not on the page sometimes, because things happen, even if it's not on my end, it still is a representation of my business. So I will send them the money.
You got money.
And say, here, just pay for a ride right now. I will worry about it later when you get back to the States. So you can get to your vacation or whether you can need to get back to the airport. Whichever one it is, I got it. Because at that point, you're traveling on my business, my name. And that means a lot. So I would never want to leave anybody stranded. You know, even when stuff is out of my control. Just call me, I'll figure it out. I'll do the cost of the vendors and the adjustments and all of that stuff. But just call and let me know. That's all I ask.
What's the most rewarding part of your business?
The most rewarding is seeing pictures and videos and turn-ups from clubs and whatever it may be. I truly, truly love seeing my clients post and just enjoy their vacation, because vacation to me, you shouldn't have to have the headache of planning it, doing it, all of that good stuff. That's my job. So if you can just show up and have fun and enjoy your birthday or enjoy your wedding or enjoy your, you know, bachelorette, whatever it may be, or if it's just you and your friends and y'all just hanging out, I want you to enjoy it.
Right.
So to see that and see the smiles and, you know, people even sharing my name or sharing my business, like, hey, I booked with her. Yes, referrals, those mean the most to me, because the organic referrals, they are honestly the most consistent ones.
Word of mouth is very, very powerful.
Yes. So literally somebody just tagging me when they post their picture of them riding a horse in Jamaica, that does a lot. And not only does it make my heart happy, it makes my business happy as well.
Right. So with that said, what kind of feedback do you get from your clients?
When it comes to feedback, it's usually not on my end. It may be something about the resort. So I do my best to research resorts, make sure that they have, you know, good reviews. If I can go to another travel agent that I know or a group that I'm a part of and I can do the initial research, I do that, but sometimes it just doesn't work out.
What challenges did you face when you first started, and how did you overcome them?
The biggest one was knowledge, honestly. So yes, I knew about, you know, the popular destinations. I knew about Jamaica, Mexico. Those are really the biggest two. I knew about those, but I didn't know the ins and outs. So I'm extremely grateful for my mentor, who she literally had a learning guide. And you were able to go through and watch videos of her doing stuff and figuring out, you know, what vendors were best. But outside of that, it gave me the opportunity to really dig in and soak up everything that I could. For about 2 to 3 weeks, I was in the house on that computer or iPad watching the videos, you know, pricing out stuff, you know, figuring out, okay, what deals could I post? Because that was one of the biggest things that people were attracted to initially. And then honestly, outside of that, it was promotion and getting my name out there. Because a lot of people, you hear horror stories about travel agents and, you know, them taking people's money. I didn't want that to be anybody's experience with me. So I had to kind of lay the foundation and get, you know, a sense of, oh, she's serious. Like, you know, people could actually see evidence of what I was posting, and, you know, here are some facts, because people love to see travel facts that they probably didn't hear of ever before. And that makes you a little bit more, what's the word?
Positions you as an expert.
Yes, exactly. It showed that I know what I was talking about. I, you know, just gave people, you know, a little bit of trust in me.
Yeah.
And then really just getting people. That's the hard part. That was back in 2023. It was a little rough. It was first starting out. At that point, it was just for fun. Yeah. And I wanted to expand, so I was paying for boosted ads and stuff, and, you know, just getting that follow through was a little difficult. So I'm extremely appreciative of my family, who posted my business or even, you know, refer me to a friend. Like my dad referred me to one of his coworkers and he's been back like 3 times. But I'm truly grateful for that, and I'm truly grateful that I was able to do such a good job that people referred me without me even asking.
How do you keep your business competitive when it comes to people that say, like, I can do this myself online?
This might sound a little harsh, but I don't beg anybody for business.
Harriet!
If you feel as though you want a travel agent, I will let you know what the benefits are of booking with me. And to me, those outweigh everything. But to others, you know, the dollar amount matters to them. And even if it's about the same price, some people are more comfortable with booking Expedia. They haven't had that one horror story yet. Yet. So when it comes to my business, I really just express what you gain by working with me. You don't pay me anything extra outside of a initial inquiry fee. And that's honestly just to separate the people who aren't serious from the people who are, because it takes time to research packages and put together pricing and pick the perfect resort for you. I do my own research in the back end as well. So for me, I just speak about that. You know, you have one contact person, you have one number, a regular number, not an 800 number that you can call. You have my number where you can get in contact with me, whether it's FaceTime, text, phone call. I'm available for everything. So I let people know that that's what you're getting with me. You're getting that personalized service. You're getting my expertise. You're getting all of these benefits for no extra charge. Because at the end of the day, even if you were to go book with Expedia, you are still paying somebody commission. Somebody is getting paid, whether it goes to the resort or it goes to whomever. You're still paying somebody. So why not pour that money into, you know, a small business?
Right.
Is one of my biggest things. But, you know, I honestly just, my work speaks for itself. I'll say that. My work ethic, my referrals, organic stuff, it speaks for itself.
Your people will always be your people.
Yes.
Like you said, those people that come back to you, those are people versus just a random, you know, like you said, that's not serious, that will be your horror story, you know, like.
And I'm good for sending money back. If you complete an inquiry form and I feel like you're just not the best energy,
Bye, Felicia.
you can have your money back. It's not a, you know, a life or death situation to me. I won't bring any negativity into my business because this is something that I love to do. I enjoy it. So I want it to continue to be that. So I'm big on positive juju, positive energy. We laugh around here. Yes, I literally be cracking up with my clients.
Yes.
We have a ball. When they call me like, hey, what you think about this? I'm like, that's not for you. Or yes, you would love that. You know, that's the type of relationships that I have. I let people know that I'm a human being. I'm not a 1-800 number or somebody in another country that's trying to help you with customer service. Like, I'm not that. I'm going to be the middleman for you. I'm just the girl. But I'm just the girl who will do what she got to do to make sure that your vacation is perfect.
I love it. How has social media helped or challenged your business?
Social media has done nothing but help my business. That is the bulk of my sales, honestly, and my revenue. So when I'm posting or when, you know, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm even on TikTok now. That is the biggest thing. So I'm truly, truly grateful for it. I've even, on trips that I've taken myself within the past year, I will make vlogs, which is new for me because I'm not a person who is super big on posting. But I've had to adjust to reality. And reality is social media sells. So whether I'm making a day in the life or I'm recording while I'm at my computer, this is what I did today. And, you know, letting people know that I'm also a person. To me, that builds genuineness. It builds a community. My clients or even prospective clients see me working. They ask questions, or, you know, just last week I had some clients who booked a New Year's cruise with Virgin Voyages, and I posted about it. And a young lady DM'd me and said, I want to do this for my family. How can I do it? I got you.
Right.
So if I didn't post that, she would have known.
Yeah. Everything is content. Content. I even, you know, when I went to St. Martin, I made a video and I posted that on TikTok, and it kind of went viral a little bit
Also, I had some clients maybe last year or the year before who sent me some content from when they were in Mexico. They were just off the Cancun and pretty much Playa del Carmen area, kind of Tulum, right before Tulum. And they sent me videos. I made a snippet and put stuff together and added pictures and stuff like that and music, and that blew up.
Yeah.
And I had people booking, hey, I want that exact room with the floating breakfast. How can I get that? Here are my dates. So I love social media for my business.
Yeah, it just seems like it has to be fun for you because of that lifestyle.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Vacation should be exciting. It shouldn't be a headache. Even if it's a headache for me, it shouldn't be a headache for you. But I work or manage my business to the point where it's not a headache for me.
Right.
Even if it's something that a fire that I have to put out, I'll figure it out. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Where do you see your travel business in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I would love to be in the position of having a trip, at least one, planned every week. And maybe that's a little far-fetched, but I don't think so.
I don't think so either. It's 52 weeks in a year. 52 trips. You just said you booked like 35 people in one.
Yeah.
So
you know what? Maybe I'll change that. Maybe not a trip every week, but at least 4 trips a month. Because sometimes, when Labor Day comes around, people will travel on Labor Day or 4th of July. Mm-hmm. So it'll push your travel from the end of July to the beginning.
What advice would you give someone who is looking to become a travel agent?
Ooh, that's a good one. I would say only get into this business if you are truly passionate about it, because no one wants to waste their money off of an error that their travel agent made, because then it's like, okay, well, I could have just booked Expedia and did it myself.
Right.
You don't want to do this just to say you do it or for the money. You actually want to do this because you care about it. You want to do the research. You want to be more acquainted with these different countries or cities, and you want to build relationships. If you know that you don't want to do that, maybe it's not for you. It's okay. You can find something else. But travel is an industry that is never going to go away. So you have to make sure that this is something that it's not just a for now thing. Because somebody could come to you in January and say, hey, I want to plan a trip for next March. And if you don't care about this business for real, who's to say you'll even still be in business by December? Mm-hmm. So you really have to have that passion.
What is one thing that you wish more people knew about working with a travel agent?
We are your personal advocate. So having a travel agent is kind of like ChatGPT. Like, hey, what's this? Or do you know about this? Or could you tell me what would be best between this and this? I feel like having a travel agent is just the go-to if you want a easy vacation. So whether it comes to a flight being delayed or, a change that you have to make, I'm that primary point of contact for you. So I can shield you from all the extra stuff so that you can just order clothes, figure out what you're going to do in your itinerary, which I also help with, figure out what you might be interested in, figure out, just how you're going to, exactly, the fun stuff. Figure out what you're going to do in that new country that you've never done before.
Right.
That's what I want you guys to focus on versus, the little stuff.
Do you think traveling agencies are making a comeback in this digital age?
Definitely. I think that we are in a time of people wanting to take the easy way out, honestly. Mm-hmm. And it's a good thing in some instances. And it's a good thing for travel agents, because for someone who wants to, or someone who knows that, hey, I want to go to Jamaica for my 25th birthday. Can you just plan it for me? Right. I want to do these type of activities and I want this type of vibe. Can you just figure it out? That is what a travel agent is. So I definitely feel like they're making a comeback. We have, and even myself, maybe it's because of the run that I'm in, that I see more travel agents posting on like TikTok, or I see different hotel reviews and stuff like that. But I do believe that they're definitely making a comeback, and I feel like they are here to stay. Mm-hmm. Travel agencies never really left though. Mm-hmm. So our parents or like grandparents, they still sometimes deal with travel agents, and travel agents that they've probably had half our life.
Right.
But now it's just a new era coming in, a new generation, and I enjoy being able to put my special touch on things. And you know, my focus, or not my focus, because I've done some older clients, or you know, couples, or you know, not the younger folks. My joy and pride comes when I can plan somebody's graduation from college. I can plan that trip for them. It's such a great feeling. You know, I've even worked with people who they're celebrating their graduation, but their mom is the one that's doing the primary planning. So I'm able to talk to her and make sure that she is in a good space so that she can celebrate her child and not have to deal with all the small stuff. And you know, a lot of it is group trips. Planning a group trip is not for the weak. I take all of that stress off of you. So if you can pay me an inquiry fee and that be that, and I plan your 15-person group trip, why not do that? You don't have to worry about the extra stuff. You don't have to worry about payments and, you know, whatever. People can literally, or the way I do my business is after somebody's booked and you pay your deposit, you can pay your remaining balance any way you like. I don't care if you pay $1 a month.
What?
I don't care if you wait until the week before it's due. They're able to individually pay that balance for the vacation, and you don't have to, you know, worry about selling it to this person or cash apping it to this person, and then money gets lost. We just make life easier, and period, point blank.
You make everything sound like, listen,
As
just hit me
seamless.
up.
Yes.
Don't even worry
And
about
I make
anything
it
else.
as seamless as possible.
Yes.
From you going on my Instagram and seeing previous clients and you know, different locations and stuff like that. I can even have a client reach out and say, I want to go to this resort. I'm like, okay, here's a client review of the resort and some pictures. Look at it, make sure you like it, and then we can talk.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that I have on my page. So I'm now at a space where I can refer people to my stuff.
Right.
So that's
For
cool.
real. So where can they find you? How can they book their next trip with you?
Yes, the moment we've all been waiting for. So I can be found on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can contact me by phone, text message, email. I'm sure Deja will attach some stuff, but really quickly, at Limitless Views Travel on Instagram. My email is limitlessviewstravel@gmail.com, and my phone number is 770-235-6515. If you reach out and you have an idea of where you want to go, perfect. If you have no idea where you want to go, but you know you want to go somewhere, that's also perfect. Just let me know. I'll send you my inquiry form. It can also be found on my social media.
That's a wrap.